Hello dear students, again another topic on Jennifer's Tiger of class 12th. I'm here to present this very topic. So today we are going to talk about a poem in which the condition of woman at the time of 1950s, or we can say mid of 20th century, or we can say before that, what was the condition of woman. And this whole poem shows the pathetic condition of how women were treated at that very time. So the poem is talking about a lady who is embroidering a piece of cloth and with a pattern having tigers moving and jumping, bright yellow in color like a topaz stone. So here there is a woman named as Aunt Jennifer who is there in her house, and she is embroidering, making handwork on a piece of cloth, which may be a tablecloth or any other cloth, making designs or patterns of tigers showing their movement, jumping and moving here and there. The color of the tigers is bright yellow, which is at par of a topaz stone, or we can say there is a comparison of this yellow color with the topaz stone, which is very beautiful. So in this very poem, it just symbolize these things, and when we go into the summary, we see that this woman is embroidering a deep green forest in the background of these tigers, and it's their home where they are proud and fearless citizens. So that means they are free, they are wild animals, and they are free, they are proud and fearless, they don't have fear of anything else. So the tigers look elegant, shine and gentle. This is the symbolization of a tiger over here, that he seems to be elegant, shining and gentle, but maybe it is opposite of that. It's ironical over here. The lady fears her husband. Actually, she is embroidering, but she fears of her husband because right now she is pursuing her hobby, that is embroidery. She is pursuing her hobby, and she is having a fear being scolded by her husband, because she is not free. Her master is over her husband. The lady is dependent on her husband and has to take good of his mood. That means it depends wholly and solely depends. The care of the lady depends on the husband over here. She feels burdened by the weight of the trapping aspect of her ring. This is very ironical over here, that this lady is feeling burden of that very ring, which is being exchanged on the engagement ceremony or on marriage ceremony, and she feels burdened. She has been burdened by the obligations of married life and has become men's property. Here it seems as if this lady is feeling trapped because of exchanging of this very ring, and she is now feeling that burden. She has that obligations of married life. She has to remain confined to the orders of men and has become a kind of a property for him. So her wish to live free, fearless life is indicated by her choice of design. Look, here she is designing what? Tigers, and she is designing them freely, and it seems to be her wish to live a free and fearless life. It shows her innermost desire of being strong and fearless. So what her inner self is, what she is at outer side that she is scared of, or she fears her husband, but inner self is there, that it's her desire that she won't be strong and fearless, which has been overpowered by her husband. That means her power has been snatched. She has been overpowered by her husband, and she wants to take that power again and be strong and fearless. Probably her ordeal will end upon her death. That she is not having that optimistic view that maybe sometime she will be able to get herself free, but the poet here says that maybe her miseries will end with the end of her life. Her desire of freedom and fearlessness shall remain alive in the tigers she has embroidered. But the symbolization of her designs, that means what she has shown into the embroidery, will remain alive always. Now, critically analyzing this very poem, we see that a poem describes a woman. Aunt Jennifer, who crafts vibrant tapestry panels that depicting tigers to escape mentally, at least her unhappy marriage. That means she is embroidering, she is showing herself that she can be free. Maybe she is doing this very thing because she want to be mentally free, because maybe physically she will be just in the clutches of the man, but she want to be mentally free. She want to make herself mentally just show this very thing. Maybe she will be able to think beyond that, those four walls of her home. It's written at the time when divorce was unacceptable. The poem criticizes the traditional institution of marriage, suggesting that it oppresses women. So here in this very poem, when this poem was written, it was written at the time when divorce was a kind of an unacceptable thing in the society. And the poet over there, he criticizes it in the poem, the traditional beliefs or the traditional institution of marriage. He says that it is just oppression of woman. Being married, she is being oppressed by the male dominance. The unnamed speaker of the poem describes the life of Aunt Jennifer, a woman who can't escape he subservient role in her marriage. Her subservient role in her marriage. Look, he says that because the speaker is unnamed, it's not that the narrator is named, but it's an unnamed narrator who tells us about Aunt Jennifer and about the things she want to escape, but she can't, because it is the act of the society which just brings her to the clutches of marriage and to the clutches of dominance of malehood. The use of the possessive case with Aunt Jennifer Tigers remind the reader that tigers would not exist without Aunt Jennifer. Look, this is a very important thing, and a great important message is there in this very sentence, that this case of possession as a kind of possession of Aunt Jennifer's tigers, in this very, it reminds the reader, the people who reads this very poem, it reminds them that tigers would not exist without Jennifer. That means freedom would not even exist without giving both the sexes a kind of at par situation, that both should be given equal and equal opportunities. They should be given each and equal opportunities. So they will be able to prosper and prove themselves, because maybe a male can be overpowered by a woman at that very time. So we have to give each and everybody an equal opportunity. A male's life is nothing without the life of the female, so it should be at par. So now the poetic devices which are there in the poem, anaphora is there. So anaphora is use of same word in two consecutive lines. We have used the, do not, and they pays them. So they and they over here makes anaphora. Metaphor. You have seen in the very first line there is use of topaz to describe the yellow colors of tiger. It's direct indirect comparison. So we have bright topaz over here in stanza 1 as metaphor. Then we have alliteration. It is repetition of first sound in second stanza, where we have finger fluttering, and in third stanza we have prancing proud. Sound P is being repeated, so we have alliteration over here. Per first sound and per sound is being repeated, so repetition of consonant sounds is alliteration. The rhyming scheme of the poem is A B B. That's all in this very poem. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much.